What's up, YouTube? I figured I'd give you an update video. It's been a while since I made a video, and yeah, so I just want to say a big shout out to everyone that's subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much. I hit 1,000 subscribers a couple weeks ago. Very, very exciting. So I do appreciate everyone that's subscribed. It's amazing that there's 1,000 of you that want to listen to me ramble on in my videos, but I do appreciate it, really do. I figured I'd show you what I've been working on lately. It's nothing crazy, but just something I've been dabbing with here and there with the car, and I'll kind of explain what I'm doing, and let's turn it around and take a look. Everything looks pretty much exactly the same as the last time you probably saw it when I made the video of putting this intake manifold on. So one of the things I'm not really loving right now is this intake that I bought for the car. Now, I love LMI. I do love the way this thing looks. And I do like the fact that it puts the filter way down in the corner there versus having, you know, I did not want to go with the true cold air that goes all the way down. Living in Tennessee, there's just lots of flooding that happens here and huge puddles that you just can't anticipate. So I didn't want to go with the true cold air. But what I want to do is I want to see if I can isolate this filter a little bit more from the engine compartment. Now, I've talked to the owner of LMI, really great guy, Chris, and, you know, asked him about it not having a heat shield. And basically what he says is when the car is moving, it's not going to matter if you have a heat shield or not, because the air that's coming in, I guess, under here and from the grill here, and even, you know, some areas around the headlight, it's going to be enough airflow to come in from the bottom and get into that filter there, which is, I completely agree with, right? But what it doesn't address is when you're sitting at a stoplight and idling. That's when your AITs are going to skyrocket with this intake, just because it's completely open to the engine compartment. So my idea here was to see if I could create a heat shield on my own to be able to fit this intake. Now, my AFE Stage 2 had a heat shield built with it, and I really liked that intake a lot. The only reason I got rid of that intake was when I had my fiberglass hood and it was pushing on the bottom of the hood, the heat shield was, and started messing with the hood. So I got the leg maker, or LMI air hammer, which is the big carbon fiber intake for the 5.7 intake manifold. Now this is kind of, you know, I guess you would call the version for the 6.4. It's not quite as big diameter wise, but obviously carbon fiber and open to the engine compartment. So here's what I've been doing. So I've been fabricating a heat shield basically out of cardboard, and the idea here is once I have this perfected, then I'll buy some sheet metal, bend it up, paint it, put some weather stripping on the top, and it should be good to isolate this from the heat from the engine compartment. So I'll show you what I've done so far. So, and this design is based off of the AFE Stage 2, because I did have that intake, and so some of the ways you attach it to the car here I've taken from that. This is going to fit in here like that, and this will be thinner, so it'll fit in there a lot nicer, but that's where it's going to attach there. And then basically, let's see if I can do this one-handed since I've got the phone in my hand, but you'll get the idea here once I get it in here. Let's see. And this is very flimsy because of the way I had to cut it around the intake. It'll be much nicer when it's actually made out of metal, but this gives you an idea basically how it's going to be. Now here there's going to have to be a fold, so I can put a nut here, they'll hold it on there. But the hardest part here is the contour of this top part, because it needs a seal against the top of the hood. So looking at old photos, the intake that I had, I'm trying my best to kind of replicate that. You can see it dips down here where it gets to the front. Again, this will be a circle and it'll fit around it nicely, but this is just a template until I get the sheet metal. So that gives you an idea of what I'm looking at. And so when this is perfected and painted black and looking nice, that should isolate this from this, which gets really hot. So but anyways, there's a little update, and till the next video, peace out.